case team to investigate the cases and to do everything possible to attain at least a modicum of justice. The crimes of the Bush administration, including the engagement in an illegal war of aggression in violation of the Kellogg-Briand Pact and in blatant violation of the United Nations Charter, the denial of due process for American citizens, the kidnapping, disappearance, and torture of people around the world, including people like Khalid al-Masri and Maher Arar, who had no connection whatsoever to terrorism, and the felonious warrantless wiretapping of American citizens' communications. Those are the cold crimes of the century. In fact, they are the cold crimes of our nation's history. There is a major difference, however. The cold crimes in Salt Lake City went unsolved mostly because of a lack of evidence. The evidence of the Bush administration crimes is absolutely overwhelming. If we are to restore the rule of law to our great nation, if no one is to be above the law, and if we are to return to being a constitutional republic where each branch of government is restrained by law and by a system of checks and balances, it is up to we, the American people, to demand it. The Obama administration, sadly, has simply wanted to forget all about it, which would leave a tragic legacy in a nation that was built on the rule of law. Let us remind the Obama administration that to fail to prosecute for the commission of torture is itself a violation of our obligations under the Convention Against Torture. Let us also push hard for Congress, Attorney General Eric Holder, and President Obama to understand that a failure now to hold those who have violated the law to account will create a dangerous precedent for the future, communicating that some people in our country are above the law and that some powerful people can proceed to unconstitutionally take our nation to war, kidnap and torture people, and illegally spy on U.S. citizens with utter impunity. We're here to say today there is to be no impunity for those who violate these laws. Let us stand tall. Let us stand firm. Let us stand tenaciously and demand of our Congress and the President of the United States to return to our proud heritage as a nation built on the separation of powers, the rule of law, and fundamental morality. The stain of illegality and abuses of executive power will remain with us until we remove it through a principled application of our laws to every person, including and especially the President, whether in or out of office. We will never be a free nation. We will never be a free people so long as our Constitution, our treaty obligations, and our domestic laws apply only to some, but not to the most powerful. A concentration of power in a president who believes he is above the law spells tyranny, and that we will always fight. When Ben Franklin was leaving the Philadelphia Constitutional Convention, a woman approached him and said, "Well, what do we have, doctor, a republic or a monarchy?" His response, "It's a republic, ma'am, if you can keep it." It is up to every generation to remain vigilant and to maintain our republic. These past 10 years, we have done a dismal job in protecting and nurturing our republic. Wars have been commenced unconstitutionally. Presidents have issued signing statements indicating their intention to ignore laws passed by Congress. The courts have, on special occasions, abandoned their role as providing a check on abuses of power by the executive branch, and Congress's timidity and failure to assert its constitutional role has been shameful. We can restore the rule of law We can reinvigorate our democracy. We can recommit to constitutional values and to our vital system of checks and balances if only we will. Let us send the message that we won't let up, and that we will demonstrate our love for our nation and our commitment to those who come along in the future, the younger generation and those yet to come, by always speaking up and taking whatever action is required to live up to Ben Franklin's injunction to keep and maintain our republic. That's what this is all about today. Thank you for always hanging tough and sending the message to everyone, including Congress and President Obama, that we need to do far better as a nation. Thank you.
Rocky Anderson. All right, thank you so much. We have 2 quick speakers left to go, so please bear with us. I want to welcome to the microphone Molly Robbins, youth activist and human rights worker.